Another Brewers Fantasy Camp Confidential here with Bill Schroeder, or Schrader if you are somewhere up north, but we like to call him Schroeder, a.k.a. Rock, the president, El Jefe of Brewers Fantasy Camp. Rock, the first 2 days were a little rocky, but man, it has been great so far.
Yeah, well, we've been on the field a couple of days. I mean, we've had torrential downpours here. It's been a really rough winter. Down here in the desert. Of course, they need the rain, but it didn't have to rain all that much. Washed out a couple of days, but the campers have been great. I mean, they understand there's nothing we can do. We did some hitting, we did some pitching clinics. I mean, happy hours have been off the charts, and the campers really set the tone for this camp.
Yeah.
I mean, if the campers are in a good mood, then it's going to be a good time. The coaches have been great. Campers have been understanding about the weather. We've had 2 good days, and we're expecting 2 more to finish out camp. So it's been a great year.
And I don't think a lot of people realize it's not just the baseball here, which is a blast. I mean, there's some pulled hammies, there's some great plays, there's some not so great plays. But when this is all done, we go back to the team hotel and we have happy hour. And as you mentioned, the happy hours have just been a riot.
Yeah, well, that's something. I've been doing this fantasy camp since 2004, so it's been a long time. So the first few years, happy hour was just, put out some pretzels and potato chips, and guys would drink beer, and there wouldn't be anything organized. So my wife finally said to me after about 4 or 5 years, says, happy hour is kind of boring. I mean, guys need to be entertained a little bit. So we did the Q&A, and we've had some trivia questions, and you were nice enough to run that show yesterday. By the way, great job.
Thank you.
But the guys really loosen up. You put a few Millers in them, and they kind of answer questions like they never have before. And the campers love it. The coaches really love it. I mean, Jonathan Lucroy, this is his first camp, and he came down and he says, Rock, this is an amazing thing. And you're right. It's not just the baseball, because guys get tuckered out. They're not as young as they used to be. None of us are, right? But, started about 6 o'clock, the happy hour room opens up, and the fun begins. I mean, it's supposed to be from like 5:30 to 8:30, but the happy hour typically doesn't shut down to like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm not going to say until they run out of beer, because we never run out of beer.
But then it moves to the fire pit in the courtyard. And what I always tell people is the thing I miss most about working with you and seeing Eddie and Augie is the first day of every road trip, whenever we get into a city, we hold court. You, Eddie, Augie, Coos would all go down in the lobby, you grab your stogies and just sit there and tell stories. And this is exactly what camp is, because as soon as fantasy camp happy hour is over, everybody just kind of gathers around the fire pit. Last night, Eddie Cedar, Greg Vaughn, and Luke were holding court.
Yeah, and that was pretty fun, because we had our bourbon tasting night, so that made it a little bit more interesting. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and guys, they love to tell stories. And as you're here year after year, we typically tell the same stories all the time, and we laugh like we've never heard them before. But the campers that have never heard them, it's priceless to see the reaction to some of this stuff, and it's pretty candid, it's pretty honest, it's funny stuff, stuff that you don't hear you and I talk about when you were doing Brewer games. I mean, that's not stuff that we can get away with, but it's a fun thing. I mean, from the beginning of the day until the end of the night, these guys are entertained.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not forced to do anything. One of the guys was asking me on Monday when it was raining. He says, "Do you mind if I, go to the casino instead?" I said, "You can come down here, pay your money, and you don't ever have to come to the ballpark if you don't want." But they all come out. They'd rather sit here at the ballpark and listen to that kind of thing, as opposed to sitting in their hotel room watching Laverne and Shirley. So
It was absolutely epic. And I mean, Pete Ladd, what he told us last night about why he got fined in Venezuela one time is something I can never get out of my head. So, Rock, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
thanks for coming down, bud.
Anytime. I'll be here every year.
You're always welcome, especially on bourbon night, when you will be able to take over the mic for me and do the Q&A. Thank you for that.
Any bourbon night, any wine night, you fly me down, I'll be here, Rock. You sit back and relax.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
that's a
Appreciate
deal.
it.